Duke finally returns to Aberdeen after ducking the club for almost 2 months. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football, and he's finally back in the country. He's finally back in the city of Aberdeen. God help him, but Duke does return to the Steel City. He is back at Aberdeen, and he has issued an apology to both the club and fans. So basically, for anybody that doesn't recall, doesn't remember, or simply doesn't care, Duke was basically missing in action for the past couple of months after refusing to return from the summer holidays. We didn't know what was going to happen. We didn't know if he was going to return or if he was just going to never come back and never be seen again. However, he has resurfaced, and according to Duke, he's ready to help Aberdeen have a great season.
He's ready to rock and roll. Duke, no more ducking anymore. And I tell you what, he's a good player, Duke, absolutely. And if Aberdeen are to mount any form of challenge for, let's say, second place for now, never know about first spot, they need him firing as well. They sold Majowski, they've got Soclair. Duke can be great. I think towards the end of last season he petered out. He's a weird player. Sometimes he's unplayable, but then there's other times maybe it's just his attitude. We see players like
Unfindable.
Unfindable. That's a word.
Undetectable.
Undetectable. That's more the word that I'm looking for. But he's a good player. I think it makes sense for Aberdeen to actually bring him, but it just shows you the difference. I mean, they're bringing a guy that pretty much dragged their name through the mud back in because they know it'll be beneficial. You look at other clubs and how they're handling players that have...
Can't even give Hadji a chance.
I was going to try and not mention Hadji's name. And then you've got the Rangers admin saying, oh, shout out to Yanis Hadji tonight as he takes on Kosovo. Well, how about, can he not take on Dundee United?
Maybe he could, but anyway, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about Aberdeen. We're here to talk about Duke. So, Duke does have a 3-year contract in place at Aberdeen. This is the final year of his contract, and I assumed that his Aberdeen career was over anyway, and I still think it is, to be fair. I think he will either leave the club in January or just leave at the end when his contract finishes in June. I'd be surprised if he somehow gets a contract extension or signs a new deal. It looks like Aberdeen are just going to have to accept a loss on Duke, but maybe they can use him to try and, I don't know, squeeze out every little bit of performance that they've got in them this season. So, yeah, he is back. He made a statement on the Aberdeen official website, and he says the following, quote, "I would like to sincerely apologise to everyone associated with Aberdeen for my absence over the last period. I deeply regret being away. I am grateful to the club, the manager, my teammates and supporters for giving me another chance. I will work hard every day to try and help the team." End of quote. So, not really opening up there on why he was away or why he wasn't there. Just basically saying, I'm sorry for it. I deeply regret it. I'm grateful to be given another opportunity, and I will do my best to repay everybody involved with the club.
Well, I mean, that's exactly what you want to hear the guy say. He's not, dwindling on it. He's apologised. He said what he needed to say, and he wants to play his football, and that benefits both him and the club. So that's how you do it. That's how you sort it out, for me.
Well, I still think it's very poor. His agent came out in the summer and basically says that he wants a move away from Aberdeen. He was denied a move in January, and that Aberdeen are not getting the best out of Duke because they're not playing him in his best position. So it looks like he's threw the toys at the pram for me because he never got a move.
And it looks that way, but you know what? At least they put it behind them, and they're going to work together this season and strive for.
Is he back to help Aberdeen though, or is he back to put his name out in the January transfer window?
Maybe he's back to put his name out in the January transfer window, but you know what? That's better than letting him rot on the bench or the squad.
No, definitely, but I'm not going to sit here and pretend that Duke's handling things correctly here. This is how you do it. I mean, this should never have happened in the first place. Now, Chief Executive Alan Burrows added, quote, "This has been a very challenging situation for all involved, and it was important for everyone that Duke understood and accepted that he shall return to Aberdeen, and his behaviour was not what we would expect from any Aberdeen player. He has owned the situation, returned, and convinced us all that he not only recognises those things, but he is hungry to help the team and the club going forward and accomplish this season's objectives. The board, football management, the players and staff have accepted this, and I hope our supporters can do the same." End of quote. So pretty much what you'd expect there from Alan Burrows, just coming out and giving a pretty PC answer that Duke's apologised, that he's going to get on with it now, they're going to give him a chance, and that they hope that the fans can also give him a chance and back their man.
Like I say, I mean, Aberdeen are better with Duke. I get it. When players don't want to play for the club, yeah, I completely threw the toys at the pram with Campbell. I wanted him gone. He is gone. I can definitely see both sides to the argument, but you know what? The window's closed. I mean, I guess there's other windows open, like Qatar, Saudi, Turkey, but realistically, man, keep the head down until January, and then maybe you can make a slight profit on the guy. You'll never know.
Or he'll sign a pre-contract and leave for nothing.
That could also happen, but that's going to happen anyway. It's better getting game time out of him. It is. I get the logic. Right?
Maybe if he didn't disappear over the summer, Aberdeen could actually sold him.
Potentially. Where did he go?
You tell me, hide and seek. Kind of like you when Rangers get beat.
Oh, aye. Well, see, how many matches Tuesday upload and Hearts get beat, mate? Oh, I'm not feeling like it. I've no feeling like it. I've no felt like it for fucking 12 years with Rangers, but I've still done it. I've delivered the refuse.
Finally, Jimmy Phelan added his opinion. He says, quote, Aberdeen is a family club built in a family tradition. At times, people in your family might make a mistake, and on those occasions, you rally around and support them. Duke has demonstrated his contrition over the situation and understands his behaviour falls well below the standards we expect here. So it is our job now to work with him in training and get him ready to compete for a place in the squad again. End of quote. Jimmy Phelan there, touching on the fact that Duke is going to have to earn his place in the squad. He's going to have to compete for it, and rightfully so. There's just no reason why Duke should come in after this time away and walk into the starting 11 or, walk onto the bench or anything like that. I think he needs to prove in training that he wants to be there, he deserves to be there, and that he's worthy of wearing that red shirt. A red shirt that could get you second place this season.
Well, it could get you second place, and maybe he'll be the difference. So actually, you know what? Screw you, Duke. I hope you go AWOL again, son.
And on that note, I think we're going to end it there unless you have anything else to add.
No, there's not really much else to add. It's
great video, Big Stevie Cool.
I get it, Fred. I get both arguments, but at the end of the day, he's a good. It's not. I feel like in the past with Rangers, like when Lundstrom and Barisic are leaving, it's like, well, then why are we playing them? We've got better options to play as well.
Well, let's look at the stats here. 2022-2023 season, scored 16 goals in 37 league appearances. That's very good. 2023-2024, he scored 4 league goals in 34 appearances. So 3 less appearances in the league, but 12 less goals.
Bogging.
It's piss poor. It is piss poor. So, can you put that down to the possession that he was being playing in? Did Miovski because in the first season, Miovski and Duke were pretty close. They were evenly matched. Is Miovski having a standout season last year? Does that affect Duke? Does that hamper Duke? Because maybe in the first season together, they were pretty much seen almost as equals. Whereas Duke in the second season has to play second fiddle to Miovski. You could factor that in. Could Duke do better this season with Miovski gone? Possibly. This might have been the chance for Duke to actually stand up and become the number one attacking player for Aberdeen, but obviously he was too busy sulking and taking time away for the club. So look, we'll have to wait and see. He is back now, and it'll be interesting if he can break into the team and if he can perform, or whether it's just a case of him doing some training with Aberdeen and getting the odd game just until he gets a move away for the club.
That's probably what it will be, but you know what? They can work together and get a better performance this season with him. But yeah, what I would say is they've done perfectly fine without him. I mean, they're joint top of the league. So he needs them when they need him.
But he could prove to be a good addition, so we'll have to wait and see, guys. Let us know your thoughts down below. Do you like Duke? Are you a fan of Duke? Do you think Duke's return to Aberdeen will be successful, or do you see this just ending in disaster? Will he go AWOL again? Let us know what you think down below in the comments. We've been Fog Football. We'll catch you in the next one. I'm looking forward to getting club football back underway. I mean, normally I like international football, but at the moment I actually cannot remember the last time Scotland won a game, and that is depressing. So
Gibraltar.
Point is, it was a long fucking time ago. Too long. Longer than I'm comfortable with.
Longer than you're comfortable with, and if you want to check out us burying Scotland in the preview against Portugal, then you check it out later.
Anyway, that's it. Till next time. Peace.